Yeah. Swooping in just like a hawk, translating on a pick in the park. Yeah, swooping in just like a hawk, translating on a peak in the pond. And one baby that's far from a flop. Stay from Marina, we blow up the top. DeAndre 12, he just like a cop. Lockdown D, get it still in the block. Vic got that vision, he passing the rock. Trade up from 30 with 12 on the clock. I hope your best player got really good handles, why? Cause he might get swiped by Daniel's eye. Told him don't leave, both get open wide. Cause he jump away like an ocean, yeah. Chillin' on the fat break, scaring down. But you can't leave open garrison. Just like a hawk, translating on a peak in the pop. And one baby that's far from a flop. Stay from Marina, we blow up the top. DeAndre 12, he just like a cop. Lockdown D, get it still in the block. Swooping in just like a hawk, translating on a peak in the pop. Swooping in just like a hawk, translating on a peak in the pop. Yeah. Swooping in just like a hawk, translating on a pick in the park. Yeah, swooping in just like a hawk, translating on a peak in the pond. And one baby that's far from a flop. Stay from Marina, we blow up the top. DeAndre 12, he just like a cop. Lockdown D, get it still in the block. Vic got that vision, he passing the rock. Trade up from 30 with 12 on the clock. I hope your best player got really good handles, why? Cause he might get swiped by Daniel's eye. Told him don't leave, both get open wide. Cause he jump away like an ocean, yeah. Chillin' on the fat break, scaring down. But you can't leave open garrison. Just like a hawk, translating on a peak in the pop. And one baby that's far from a flop. Stay from Marina, we blow up the top. DeAndre 12, he just like a cop. Lockdown D, get it still in the block. Swooping in just like a hawk, translating on a peak in the pop. Swooping in just like a hawk, translating on a peak in the pop.
I know what time it is, gang. What's good, family? What's good, family? It's your dog in the building. We ready for this debate?
Tell them fire racks, put a drip on me. Keep that shit on. Blowing on his eyes, sipping lean. I keep that shit on. Bad bitches recognize me. I keep this shit on.
This one, man. It's gonna be a good one, guys.
I keep this shit on me.
It's gonna be a good one. This gonna be a good one. I got Matt in the background. We waiting on Jay. Jay was here. He dipped out for a hot second. Let's get Mr. Matt up here real quick. Boom, let me switch this view. We got Matt in the building, aka Give Landry Time. Waiting for Jay to get in here. We already know where Matt stand on Dyson Daniels. We're waiting on Jay to get back in here. I know he ain't running. He was just in here a couple seconds ago. Now his ass
it's okay. He gonna come and get it. He gonna come and get it. And it's not
Jay,
like
where you at? Let me put the link in here again, man. I know Jay ain't running scared right now. I know
Jay,
he ain't running scared right now. Where is Jay at?
Jay, it's happened to better men. It's happened to better men, Jay. It's happened to better men.
Where is Jay at, man? Come on, Jay. I mean, well, while we wait for Jay, let me give you the rundown. So what we're going to do, we're going to keep this debate. We're trying to keep this to 30 minutes, okay? So we're going to start off. We're going to do a quick intro, just a quick 30 seconds, who you are, and what's what point you taking. Example, I'm Matt. I'm taking a stance. I am basically anti Dyson Daniels, basically.
Demond, I don't want to ruin it when Jay gets up here, but the outline of my stance is the repugnancy of the Aussie. The repugnancy of the Aussie. Okay.
Okay. Oh, hold up. Mr. J is in the building. Let's get Jay up here real quick.
What do you do?
What's good, family? What's good? So we got another.
Y'all got me up here with this clown, man.
I'm about to run the jewels on 404 today.
So what we gonna do? We're gonna do it like this, family. We're gonna do it like this. So we're gonna do a quick intro. You can keep it 30 seconds, real quick. What's your stance on Dyson Daniels? Just a general outline. Then, I got some questions that I'm gonna ask y'all. Okay, about the topic at hand, and y'all get 1 minute to respond. And what we're gonna do is the person who's responding will be on camera. The person who's not responding gonna be off camera. That way, it avoids us talk. Because sometimes somebody will say something, and then you just gotta say something right there on the spot. So we don't want to have interruptions during the person's 1 minute talk, rebuttal or response, whatever it is. And then after that person goes, I'll bring the other person for their rebuttal. Then we'll move on to the next question. Now, if it's a topic that y'all want to continue to stay on for a little longer than 1 minute, y'all just let me know. If y'all both agree to stay on that certain question, we'll stay on that certain question for another minute or so, and then we'll move on to another question. So let's start off like that. Jay, where your camera at?
Man, I'm sitting here trying to set I'm trying a new setup right now.
Oh, this man's so unprepared, man. I hope y'all ain't bet no money on this guy, man.
Sign in on this thing.
He's seeming a little he's shaky early, man. I hope you didn't pick Jay on prize picks tonight. He's a little shaky right now. You good?
I'm good. I normally use the StreamYard app. I don't ever use like actual web browser version.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, bet.
Don't worry, it'll be quick and easy.
I know it's gonna be light work. What'd you say? I'm about to run the jewels.
All right, here we go, gang. Here we go. All right, so we'll start with Mr. Matt. Matt, you got 30 seconds. A quick intro and a quick what's your position on Dyson Daniels? Go ahead.
Okay, so Hawk Nation, I'm going to run through, as I said, the repugnancy of Dyson Daniels and why his archetype will never and has never been successful in the modern NBA. Okay, a player of Dyson Daniels' inability to shoot, his inability to self-create, his inability to take pressure off an attacking defense limits the overall ceiling that the Hawks have moving forward. So when I get finished with Jay, dispositing Jay, you guys will agree that Dyson Daniels is not the long-term fit for the Hawks in the modern NBA.
Yeah, man, I don't know what the hell he just said. The repugnancy of Dyson Daniels, whatever that means. It's very obvious to me that Dyson Daniels is a top tier player. I think the sky's the limit for him. He's just scratching the surface of how good he could really be on both ends of the court. I think on defense, we all know how great Dyson Daniels is. And offensively, I think, there's so many levels and layers and complexities to his game that are very exciting. So the Hawks got them definitely a star in the making. He's in that tier of dudes that can be the second guy behind Trey. So very excited for him. But yeah, bring this clown back up here tonight.
Okay, we about to get it started right now. So who wants to go first? Jay or Matt? Who want to go first?
Go ahead, Jay.
Okay.
Man, I don't know what else there is to say about that.
What we're gonna do? I'm gonna ask y'all a question.
All right, yeah. Let's do that.
Ask y'all a question. Okay, so Jay, who want to go first? Jay or Matt?
I'll go first.
Okay, so Let me pull up my question. So the first question is for Jay, and Jay, you got 1 minute to respond. Oh, my bad. Jay, you got 1 minute to respond. The first question is, was the trade for Dyson Daniels good? And if so, how do you grade it?
The trade for Dyson Daniels, to me, it was definitely good. I have it right now as an A minus. Definitely, depending on how well Dyson develops and the draft picks, goes up to A plus. The Hawks were in a tough spot after the DeJounte Murray trade. They were asset light. But when you look at the Dyson Daniels trade, I mean, it's fair to say that they pretty much got everything that they gave away from DeJounte. Now, it's not protected picks. You'd rather have your own draft picks. But, I mean, it's no question. Dyson Daniels has been a better player than DeJounte Murray this season. And I'm going to go ahead and say he's going to be a better player than DeJounte Murray next season. And the season after that, when DeJounte Murray's back, we'll see. But anytime you can get younger, get a young talent like Dyson, plus some draft picks, you got a good veteran in Larry Nance, there's no question that was an A. A all the way. And if Dyson hits on this all-star ceiling, it's an A plus.
All righty. That's Matt. That's Jay. Now let's hear Matt's thoughts on it. Matt, what is was the trade for Dyson Daniels good, and how do you grade it?
Okay, so the Dyson Daniels trade was an A only because of the picks primarily. Dyson participated in a group project to get the trade done. So he came in as a throw-in status, right? So the picks were preeminent. They were the main asset that we wanted in that trade. Dyson Daniels came in at the basement, and he's worked really hard to get up to level 2. Okay. All right. We got to keep climbing. There's a number of things he needs to work on. But if we're going from the beginning of when we traded for him, the very low level expectations that you had, giving his offense, giving his production on the court, the 2 years in New Orleans, given the fact that he was not likely to receive a second NBA contract from the New Orleans Pelicans, the fact that he was benched in the playoffs, the fact that he was benched in the Olympics, he was able to come here. We had the opportunity for him to start. He has greatly participated in that group project.
All right, time. All right, and that's Matt. We got the time on Matt. Let's go back to Jay.
Yeah.
Jay, next question. What type of impact has Dyson Daniels made on this team?
Man, I appreciate this. Hey, man, I appreciate the opportunity on 4-on-4 day to come up here and smoke this clown. This dude is yapping nonsense. Dyson changes the defense. I was at the game here in Houston. He definitely should win Defensive Player of the Year. I get why Draymond is campaigning for himself. You know, they talk about blocks and the big man, but it's so many plays that Dyson stops from happening that you never even see. So, like, it was one play in transition where, like, Trey, I think, turns it over, and then Dyson immediately goes and pressures Jalen Green or whoever the point guard was at the time. And they threw it straight out of bounds. That's not a steal for Dyson. That's not a deflection for Dyson, but it's a team turnover. It's an opportunity that takes away from them to score in transition and keeps us in the game. On offense, it's like Dyson with the second unit in transition, how he sees the game is really special. It's like if you were to condense what Ben Simmons did on offense, add the ability to at least show flashes of shooting the ball, but how he like read the game, how he passed, how he attacked the paint, and put it like on the Hawks in a 6'7" body, that's Dyson Daniels. So it's like he gets that jump shot. Most nights he's gonna be unguardable.
All righty, that's time. Let's go to Matt. Matt, did you hear the question?
Say it one more time for me.
What type of impact has Dyson Daniels made on this team?
Okay, cool. I got lost. Jay was talking a lot of amorphous things in theory, things of feeling. He was emoting a lot to me, okay? So let's get the numbers, okay? So we went from 28th in defensive rating last year to 21st in defensive rating. We went from giving up 121 points a game down to 119 points a game. our defensive efficiency went from 28th in the league to 25th in the league. I'm not sure those things relate to Dyson Daniels' impact, right, on the team. So when I look at those numbers defensively, those don't tell the story of a defensive player of the year. They don't tell the story of a stalwart defensively. They tell the story of a guy who gets steals and creates individual stats, but doesn't impact the overall metrics in the overall defense. So for me, Dyson's impact has been more of a cultural thing, that we get a guy that plays hard and gives energy. But if we're going by the results on the court, it's been very minimal. If we're using math, some might say infinitesimal, non-measurable statistically.
All righty, and that was Matt's response on that. Let's go back. Okay, that was the timer going off. Okay, let's go back to Jay. Jay, next question.
Wait, hold on. You gotta bring him back up.
You want to say something? You want to respond? You want to rebuttal on that one?
Oh, yeah, I do.
You want him to come up here?
Yeah, bring him up here, man.
Okay. Listen, let's go. Come with it.
We need the presidential mute the mic when nonsense is spoken, man.
Go ahead, rebuke those numbers.
First of all, you're tripping over your own words. We don't want to hear no fancy word salad. We want to hear how people can understand it, man. Listen, if you are sitting here on 4-on-4 Day saying that Dyson Daniels has not put in the work of a defensive player of the year, you're tripping, bro. Like, this guy is leading the league in steals and blocks and stocks by a mile. Okay, you are the same person that brags about how we're top 15, middle of the pack in defensive rating all the time, but all of a sudden today is here we are in points per game. Here we are in defense. It's like every time you open your mouth, it's just like a bunch of bullshit. Like we're not sitting here saying today on 4-on-4 Day that Dyson Daniels is not the defensive player of the year. He's putting the work for the DPOY. He's putting the work for the most improved player. I don't care. Like, come on, man. You can't pick and choose the arguments like that, bro.
Rebuttal on that, Matt?
All right, my rebuttal is again, I can't do anything with these emotions and these feelings. If you feel he's defensive player of the year, you want him to be defensive player of the year, I hear you. I commend that energy, right? I feel it. But the stats and the numbers don't agree with you, right? It don't concur with you, Jay. Okay. The numbers said he's had a very minimal impact defensively. His individual steals, and I talked to Larry about this morning, he said, well, our pace has increased, right? So Dyson steals impacts our pace. That sounds good until you look at the numbers. Well, last year we were 4th in pace. This year we're 2nd in pace. So does the steals help the offense? You can say that. It could, but if you're looking at the numbers, not really, right? Because a lot of those steals that he gets, he turns the ball over on the open court because he can't execute passes effectively in the open court, as we've seen just in the last week, right? Dallas, multiple turnovers in the open court. Portland, multiple turnovers in the open court. So, yeah, he may get a steal, but then he's giving it right back up in the open court. Or he's giving it up in the half court. So we could talk about that too. If you want to talk about defensive player of the year, we could talk about all these elite, quote unquote, or star level offensive players that run through them. Okay. We can talk about that too.
Okay, man.
Next question, or you want to rebuttal that, Jay?
How many turnovers a game does Dyson Daniels average? Let's you say you don't want to hear this and blah. Let's talk facts. How many turnovers a game does Dyson Daniels average?
All right, I'll give it to you right now. I think it's 1.9, but let me double check.
Okay, so let's take 2.
Like Jay already done his homework.
And how many steals is he getting a game?
3.
And how many assists is he getting a game?
What is it, 4, maybe?
Almost 5.
So tell me when has getting 5 assists, 7 steals, so you're basically creating right there 7 different possessions, and you're turning over twice. I mean, if you go by turnover ratio, that's 2-to-1. That's pretty much the gold standard for a guard, 2 or 1 or better. And you're sitting here saying he gets these steals and he's always turning the ball over. He's turning it over.
Most times
So,
he does
like,
turn the ball over. Yeah, most
well,
times.
okay,
No,
but
open
like
court.
for someone who plays, how many minutes does Dyson Daniel play? Matt?
34.
34 minutes a game. Who runs the second unit? Who is the secondary ball on your team? Right?
Awful.
Okay.
Let him talk, Matt. Let him talk.
Like for someone who you're saying does that, for him to play 34 minutes and get and have the ball in his hand as much, to have the only turnover twice on average, it's very good. It's very good. I'm just gonna let you know that right now. I mean, it's in the numbers. I mean, you want to talk facts, you want to talk whatever. It's in the numbers. So I don't know what you're talking about with this. He's turning it over. He's doing that. Okay, every guy has a bad time against Portland. Him and Trey kept trying to, for whatever reason, they kept trying to thibble up and all the Portland defenders up and fit the ball into tight windows. Terrible idea. But when we watch most of these games, he ain't turning the ball over like that. So I don't know why turnovers is suddenly some sticking point. It's okay if you have something personally against Dyson, you don't like his game, whatever. It's okay to say that, but to sit here and discredit him and say he's not the defensive player of the year, he's running the second unit terribly, it's so terrible. I'm gonna use one of your words. It's so disingenuous. Disingenuous. That is like, bro, like you can't even like. You see how he's smirking on the camera, DeMond? Like he can't even keep a straight face because he knows it's bull. He just
let's move on to the next question.
All right.
We're trying to keep this short. We don't want to go all day. Okay, let's go to the next question. So it should be on Jay. So let me move Matt off. All right, Jay. Does Dyson Daniels excuse me, my bad. What's the number you're gonna extend? First of all, are you gonna extend Dyson Daniels? If so, how much you giving him per year, average per year, and why?
Yeah, I'm definitely extending Dyson Daniels. I brought this up a couple times that he is in that same kind of player category as the Jalen Suggs of the world, Trey Murphy's, that tier of those secondary buy-in lists. The going rate for that right now is going to start with some of the three. If I'm Dyson Daniels' agent, whether I win most improved or I win defensive player of the year, come second, third in both categories, I'm not asking the Hawks for anything under a 3. My first digit is going to start with a 3, no matter what. 30 to 35. So I have his range is 25 to 35, anywhere in there.
So as a Dyson Daniels supporter, you don't mind giving him, if the Hawks gave him $30 million per?
Not at all.
Okay.
Based on what I've seen today, not at all. You're not paying. The second contract is not for who the player is today. It's for the player you think he can be. So if you think Dyson Daniels, without this jump shot, he's 14, 5, 3 steals, whatever, at 34%, low volume 3, once he gets league average 3, you're looking at a guy that's 18 to 20 points a game easily. And that's just if he's at average 3 points. So yeah, I'm definitely paying him 25 to 35, anywhere in there.
Okay. Let's go to Matt. Matt, you heard the question, or I need to ask it again?
Yeah, no, I got it. No.
Okay.
So I'm not giving him an extension at all. I'm going to let him play the next year out because I believe it's going to take care of itself. So I went and pulled some comparables to Dyson Daniels. So on the low end, I got 4 guys here, Devon. So on the low end, I got Andre Robertson from the OKC Thunder back in the day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good player, good defender. Unfortunately, got hurt. Okay. On the mid-tier level, right? So a step above that, I think Tavo Stefalosha is another player that's amp comparison to Dyson Daniels. On a really good, like most likely probability for Dyson, I got Josh Hart, right? Another player that's a good defender, not very skilled shooter, not skilled self-creator, kind of is that kind of all-around guy, it gets rebounds, cuts off ball, plays with energy, but it's not very skilled at anything in particular. And then on the high end, if he can shoot, you got Avery Bradley, okay? That's on the high end, Avery Bradley. Okay, Avery Bradley. You're laughing, Demond. Avery Bradley played for some all-defensive teams. Avery Bradley has a championship. I think Avery Bradley is a very good comparison.
Avery
I
Bradley.
Hold on, wait, Demar. I did look at Avery Bradley's last contract. It was $54 million. If you convert it in today's money, that's a $62 million contract that starts at $14 million a year. That's what I will offer Dyson if I'm going to offer him anything this summer. It starts at 1.4.
All righty. Jay, you want to rebut that or we move on to the next question?
Man, come on now. Like, this dude just said Avery Bradley, Josh Hart. Like he said it was
Andre Roberson.
Demond, I want you to hear how ridiculous Matt sounds right now. He said, I have him in the contract tier at Josh Hart and Avery Bradley, and I would start the contract at something like $14 million.
Correct.
Matt, how much money a year is Josh Hart set to make next season? Beginning next season, this season and next season. And you tell me how feasible 1.4 is.
Well, that's where I would start.
But no, no. You are very far apart. The Hawks are willing to give extensions. I think Hawks fans
they're not willing to give because Jay, here's my thing, Demond, and this is the heart of what I wanted to
don't talk to me. Talk to Jay.
This is
hey, real quick. I'm gonna give y'all 2 minutes on this subject, then we're gonna move on.
All right. This is the heart of what I wanted to talk about. His starts at 18. I mean, 18 and it's ascending, it goes up to 22. I said, realistically, at most, Dylan Brooks, it starts at 22 and it decreases down to 17 at the end. I mean, that would be, to me, I still wouldn't do that, but,
Okay, pause. Wait. Pause. Because you're going down a rabbit hole and you can't squirm out of this one. What pick in the draft was Dylan Brooks and Josh Hart?
Dylan Brooks
second round picks, weren't they?
Okay, they were second round picks.
Not Josh Hart.
I'm guessing.
Josh Hart. I believe Josh Hart.
What pick in the draft was Josh Hart, man?
I think he was 18. Let me look. I think he was.
Yeah,
18.
go look at that because that's the other thing. Rookie extensions are percentages based off of your current deal. Dyson Daniels was a top 10 pick. He was like the 6th overall pick in the draft.
Eighth.
Okay. How much money is Dyson Daniels making today?
What, 5? 6?
Yeah, he on a rookie contract. Yeah, but he's not even making that much. He on a rookie contract as the 8th pick. So he's probably making
earmarked for $8 million. He's earmarked for $8 million. So you're telling me I could go lead the league and still have this astronomical, exponential growth in my game on the court, and you're only going to offer me a contract that's $7 million more than what I'm currently making? That's just silly.
That's where I'm starting because for me,
no, his agent. I'm gonna tell you where the tier player Dyson Daniels is in, and I know Hawks fans they see him in the comments. I see Marion talking about is he worth Jalen Johnson money? Jalen Johnson, based on his talent, is appropriately paid, but he's underpaid because it's an injury thing. Him getting as a fringe all-star player, top 50 player in the league, getting $30 million is because he can't stay healthy. If Jalen Johnson was able to stay healthy, he'd be in that 45 million a year number. Okay, Jalen Johnson makes the same money as Jalen Suggs, $30 million a year.
He's and not you can
look at me and tell me, okay, Jalen Suggs makes a little bit more money.
Real quick.
You can't look at me and tell me Jalen Suggs is a better player than Dyson Daniels.
Real quick, do y'all need another 2 minutes on this subject, or we can move on to the next question?
I'll give 60 seconds to Mom. The reason why
you gonna need another 60 to respond to what Matt about to say, Jay?
I'll do it in 5.
Okay, go ahead.
All
right, y'all got another minute on. Y'all got 60. Let's go.
Dylan Brooks, the year before he got paid, was at 14 points a game on 33% shooting from 3 and 77% shooting from the free throw line. Okay. He played terrible in the playoffs versus the Lakers, locker room stuff, whatever. No team offered him a contract. Houston jumped in, overpaid him. Everybody would agree they overpaid him at the time. You live in Houston, they overpaid him. Okay. Even still, that was at $20 million. Okay. At the time, which was crazy. Dyson Daniels, coming from New Orleans, wasn't getting a second contract, okay? To say that in 1 year, I'm going to jump up a guy that was at $5 million, likely not to get a second contract, up to $30 million, and he still can't shoot from the three. He can't shoot from the free throw line. He can't self-create. Okay, hell no. I'm not doing that. No competent GM would do that because it's going to bankrupt your team in 2 years when you got to pay Trey his extension this summer. Then you got Zach coming up in a couple of years. You still got the bench you have to pay for this summer to supplement the non-shooting from the returning starting five that's coming back next year. I know y'all like long-term strategically thinking it would be a terrible decision to give Dyson anything with a 2 in front of it. More than that, it's crazy.
So I told you I was going to respond to back to him in 5 seconds. You just did that thing that Hawks fans love to do on here, where they bring up the next guy's extension. Zach's due up a contract. And it's like, bro, like they say this stuff and they really think it means something. Like before Zach, I don't think I understand this. If the Hawks were to give Zachary Reese a max contract extension, pay him $60 million a year, not a single penny of that gets paid until 2029. 2029. You have no idea who's even going to be on the team in 2029. We don't even know if we're going to be on this earth in 2029. But they love to throw around. But Dyson, this guy needs an extension next night. That is so far down the line, it's not what we're talking about.
All right, gang. All right.
Next question, man.
It's time to move on to the next question.
It's called strategic thinking, Jay.
All right, guys.
You're not doing a good job at it, Brody.
Let's move on to the next question. The next question. Let's go to Matt. Matt, the question for you is Dyson Daniels the defensive play? Excuse me. Is Dyson Daniels the defensive player of the year? Or is Dyson Daniels first team all defense this year?
Mm-hmm. So, no. He wouldn't be the defensive player of the year in 2K. He wouldn't be the defensive player of the year in Australia this year if you've watched the Australian League. No, seriously. Dyson Daniels, no, absolutely not. When I look at guys like Draymond, although he went on this media blitz lately, but even, him, the Warriors have been close to a top 10 defense all year. Cleveland's been a top 10 defense all year. Memphis was a top 10 defense. Jaren Jackson got hurt. They went down into the teens, but they pushed him right back up towards the top 10. The Hawks were fully healthy, 12th defensively. That's about as good as we were, okay? Jalen went down, and the defense plummeted. If I got a defensive player of the year, I wouldn't expect to go from 12th to 22nd in defensive rating, and he didn't miss any games in the intermediate time, okay? So between then and the trade deadline, and it's just gotten worse since the trade deadline. Dyson Daniels, yes, he gets steals. I congratulate him on that aspect of defense. But a defensive player of the year changes the entire outlook of your team's defense. He doesn't do that. He doesn't make us better in that much, right? Like you look at the numbers, like I mentioned earlier, we went from 28th to 21st in defensive.
All right, Matt.
Points per game, we went up +2. Dyson is not defensive player of the year.
All righty, let's go with Jay. Jay, is Dyson Daniels a defensive player of the year or first team all defense? You heard Matt's response.
Jamon, is today 4 day?
Yeah.
Is the elephant heavy?
Yeah.
Is water wet?
Yeah.
I mean, so what are we talking about? Is he the defensive player of the year? Absolutely, he's the defensive player of the year. Is he first team on defense? Absolutely, he's the first team on defense, man. This guy, Dyson is averaging the most steals since John Stockton 30 years ago.
Facts.
30 years ago. He's in one season. He's already the Hawks. Like he broke the Hawks single season franchise record with over 12 games to go. And next year he can do it again. He can break his own record. He's gonna put the record so high. Like Mookie Blaylock had the record for a long time. Nobody's gonna touch Dyson Daniels' steals record in Atlanta. Nobody. Like next season, if he has his exact same performance next year, he'd be the franchise leader in steals. In 2 seasons. So Dyson, of course, he's first team out. And I'll go a step further. He's the most improved player of the year. He's the odds-on favorite right now to win most improved player of the year. I love Kate Cunningham in Detroit, but man, come on, bro. You averaged 2 more points from last year. He went from 4 points a game to 14 points. And he has room to grow. So, yes, he's the defensive player of the year. He's the most improved player of the year. The sky's the limit for how good he can be. I don't know what Matt is talking about. No, he's not. Like, what? Like, come on.
Okay. Now, I know Matt going to want to respond to that.
Come on, man. Hey, Damon, before Matt goes, remember now, he's the same dude when you talk, and all these Hawks fans come on here and say the Hawks defense sucks, Quinn didn't fix nothing. He's also the same guy that loves to throw. We've been able to pack in defense most of the year.
With Jalen Johnson.
But today,
Jalen Johnson. So
it's a different story today.
No, so hold on, wait. That's true with Jalen Johnson. So maybe Jalen Johnson should be Defensive Player of the Year because Jalen Johnson was the reason we were 12th in defense. Apparently,
well, I mean, you keep going.
If we go from 12th in defense all the way down to 22nd in defense, that means Jalen Johnson had the impact and not Dyson Daniels. That's
all right. Pick a name, Matt. Pick a name, Matt. Who are you gonna say next? Trae Young should be Defensive Player of the Year next. Like, just
hold on, wait, Jay. I agree. 4-on-4 day, all this Hawks related Dyson Daniels defensive metrics. Maybe he should be the Hawks Defensive Player of the Year. Let's go get him a chain that say that. Atlanta Hawks Defensive Player of the Year. Okay, and let's pass it around, take pictures. You know what I'm saying? Get him with Harry the Hawk. Okay, in front of the arena. Okay, look, he's not a Defensive Player of the Year league-wide. As I mentioned, other dudes, Golden State Warriors, has sustained numerous injuries across their front line and their guard play, and yet Draymond Green has kept them near the top 10 the entire year, most of the year. Okay,
Matt, Jay also said that Dyson Daniels is the most improved player over Cade Cunningham. Agree or disagree?
Disagree. Look, improve. I get you. He went up 10 points a game, but Jalen Johnson went up 10 points a game last year. Okay. And really, you really got to look at the offensive numbers with Dyson and really look at it and say, is he really dissected a bit? Is he really Defensive Player of the Year? Or did he get better by 10 points a game based off of skill or based off of volume? Because his minutes went up, his shot attempts went up almost double from New Orleans. Okay. So if he's about a point per attempt, right? So if I look at his minutes played versus New Orleans and his shot attempts, the fact that he's playing in Quinn's system, that's the second highest pace in the league, and he was in a bottom 5 pace last year with New Orleans. He's played with no point guard in New Orleans. Now Trae Young feeding him like he's Trae's third son. Okay, so I mean, hey, what is it? Skill improvement or is it the byproduct of the system he's playing in? I would say the latter.
All righty, and. Oh, did you want to rebut that or okay?
Yeah, because Matt does this thing, right, where he says, well, is it an increase in volume? And then you have to get him to start telling the truth. Matt, why don't you tell us Dyson Daniels' field goal percentage this year versus last year?
Oh, Lord. Okay, let's see. On 12, keep in mind, Demond, it's double the attempts.
Okay, it's double the attempts. Remember how he tries to put that in there, Demond.
Yeah. I mean, I know what Dyson shoots, so
I'm just saying. He said it's double the attempts. Now
it is double the attempts. All right, so this year over last year, let's see, basketball reference. Let's see, last year he shot 44%. Oh, well, 44.7, so 45%, and this year he's shooting 49%. So it's a 4% increase.
Do you see how he just tried to say, oh, it's just a 4%? He's shooting almost 50% for the field.
Oh, hold on, wait. So Jay, I made this argument with the fellas, Jay. Hold on, Jay. I made this argument.
This is what I'm talking about, man.
Jay, do you believe? Jay, I got a question for you, Jay.
Okay.
Do you believe in gravity?
Do I believe in gravity?
You talking about gravity on the court?
Yeah, of course.
No, gravity in life.
Oh, real life?
Do you believe in gravity?
No, I think the earth is flat, bro.
Okay. I was about to say, if you believe in gravity like most people do, all Dyson got to do is come down with the layup. Come down with Trae passing him the ball. All you got to do is come down. If physics work properly, he going to score. Same thing with Clint Capella. Okay? If there's a problem where, where physics didn't work, he's stuck up in the air, now we got a problem. But as long as physics work, Dyson going to score because he going to catch the pass from Trae and lay it up.
So Dyson's 12 shots a game, 50% is just Trae Young alley-oops.
What about a 3-point percentage?
I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up, Damon. So he's shooting 34% from 3, right? 34% from 3. But up until January, he was shooting 3.5 3-point attempts per game. He was at 27%. Since January, he's only shooting 2.4 3-point attempts per game. His 3-point percentage has shot up almost 8%. He's taking one less 3 a game. So I ask you, is it, again, a skill-based improvement, or did he decrease his attempts in a byproduct of a week of good shooting, right? If you play 4 games, one game you go 1 for 2, that's 50%. One game you go 0 for, right? Then the next game you go 1 for 2, 50%, 2 for 2. Now at the end of the week, when I calculated, you had 45% for the week. But did you really shoot 45%? No. So that's why Dyson Daniel numbers are very deceiving. Very deceiving.
All right, let's move on to this. Let's move on to this last question. Last question. Okay, so we should be on. It was Matt, so we on Jay. So let me get Jay up here by itself. All right, Jay. The last question is, in your opinion, what is Dyson Daniels? 2-part question. Do you consider Dyson Daniels a core member of the Hawks moving forward? And what I already asked you that question. So just answer that question. What is do you consider Dyson Daniels a part of the core of our young players moving forward into the future?
Yeah, he's the core. He's the core, like, you know, anything else. Like, I mean, like I think a couple weeks ago I said the Hawks got 3 guys. They could, any one of those 3 guys could be the second best player behind Trae Young. Even some nights the best player on the team. That's Dyson. There's Jalen Johnson. There's Zachary Researcher. I mean, I would say this is going to get real controversial, Demond. If the Hawks I think Dyson is more of a lock on this team than even Trae Young. I think he is more of a lock. Because with Trae, he can still get traded. He can still get traded. I'm just saying.
We can speak on that. We can speak on that after this debate over with. Because I had some ideas. Yeah.
Go ahead, man. I don't smoke the Matt pack up.
What Matt talking about? Matt, where you? Oh, there you go, Matt.
Look, y'all, chat. This is why Hawks, they live in mediocrity. Okay. You take a player like Dyson Daniels, he has one good year, mostly off of volume, and then they want to give the world to him, like Kent Bazemore, and then they want to wonder why the team sucks.
Well, you comparing him to Kent Bazemore? Come on,
I'm comparing. If we paid him, I would compare that to Kent Bazemore. Actually, if you look, Kent Bazemore was averaging almost 14 points a game the year before he got his money. He had a good year the year before he got it. The problem was everybody knew he wasn't worth it. But, you know, we got emotional like Jay has been doing the last hour. And we say, oh, you know, we love the guys, so let's just give them the money. Okay. And then we wonder in 2 years while we're stuck in salary cap hell. And, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, Dyson Daniels, no. Okay. So I went back and looked at the last 6 NBA champions.
Mm-hmm.
Shooting guards: Jaylen Brown, KCP, Klay Thompson, Chris Middleton, KCP again. You know what all of them have in common?
They can score the ball.
They can all shoot. They can all shoot. Dyson Daniels, okay, would go against the current archetype in the NBA for shooting guards for us to win. So you're telling me a team with 3 outliers, a small point guard, a shooting guard that can't shoot, and a 6'8" center, all of is going to defy the odds to win a championship? How realistic is that? Okay, it's not realistic at all. Dyson Daniels, I think next year is going to be right size. That's why I want to give him a contract this year, because next year when Jalen comes back, Zach is off his minutes restriction, we get a better bench, right? Dyson still can't shoot. He still can't self-create. So he's going to be back closer to the 10 points a game he was when Jalen was actually healthy. If you take from that OKC game on to when he got hurt till next year, right? I mean, till he got hurt. So, like, Dyson's going to be closer to that player than what he has been since Jalen got hurt, which is a super jump in volume. So, why would I pay a guy that's next year going to revert back to the barely double-digit player he was at the beginning of this season? Doesn't make any sense. So, look, for people who want to follow Jay's line of thinking, don't come up here in 2 years and complain about Tony Ressler, Grant Hill, Jamie Ertz, Landry Fields, why the team sucks or the team is mid. It's because we gave a player like Dyson Daniels $20+ million. That's why we suck.
All righty. Jay, did you want to respond to that? Are you good?
I mean, he just got up here and said a bunch of nonsense. I think we all know. I mean, like, you know, it's
That's okay. I mean, we lived through Kent Bazemore once. We lived through Kent Bazemore again.
Demond. There's no honor in killing flies, man. This is no.
Hey, we lived through Kent Bazemore once and DeAndre Memby once. We can live through him again. We can live.
All righty. So this is what we're gonna do, gang. We went 45 minutes. Matt and Jay, y'all get 1 minute to your closing statements, and then what we're gonna do, family, since we here, we'll go ahead and make it an open forum. So what we're gonna do? They're gonna give their closing statements, and then I'm gonna run the intro. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat, and y'all can hop up here. We probably go another hour 15, make it a good 2-hour show total, right? Instead of me just stopping the show and making another one. So let's go with we'll start with who started first, Matt or Jay?
I went first.
Okay, we'll start with Matt first with his closing arguments. Matt, you got 1 minute, and you're on the clock. Go.
Look, y'all. I appreciate everybody that was in the chat. I appreciate Jay. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I sat through a crying therapy session. Okay, I feel cleansed. Okay, he emoted all over the place. What I feel, Dyson is this. I feel Dyson is that. This and that. I don't know what he was talking about. Okay, look. The point of the matter is Dyson Daniels can't shoot from the 3-point line. He can't shoot from the free throw line. He can't self-create. That type of player, that archetype, that model does not win in the NBA. In the last 6 NBA champions, you can Google this, their shooting guards, none of them gameplay matches Dyson Daniels. That is not going to work with Trae Young on your team, with a Conwu on your team, with the rest of the guys we got on the team. It's not going to work, okay? Unless you're going to tell me Dyson Daniels is going to defy the odds historically, right? Steals leader also, Jay pointed out, he led the league in steals, released the league in steals. That guy hasn't won Defensive Player of the Year ever, okay? The first time a steals leader won Defensive Player of the Year would be the first, okay? That doesn't do anything as far as the overall award. But Dyson Daniels, look, he's a good placeholder. I wouldn't mind him on the bench, but that's all he is a long-term debt piece. You heard it here first.
And that's a long-term debt piece. I don't know where Matt come up with this. Jay, you got 1 minute, man, for your closing argument.
Man, this dude said boating all over the place, long-term debt piece, all kind of stuff, man. Look, I mean, ain't nothing I'm gonna say that ain't already been said. Like I told y'all, man, there's no honor in killing flies, man. This reminds me of them dead debates where they gotta turn the mic off on folks. Can we get like a fake news, like a fact check or something going in this thing? Cause that just wasn't it, man. Hawks fans, the future's bright. The future's bright. I'm very excited on the direction we're going. We got some good young pieces to build around. I think out of all the guys that we saw grow from, I think my favorite player to watch by far, the growth and development in his game was Dyson Daniels. He has been able to handle everything the Hawks have thrown at him. Once we asked him to man the backup point guard role, him on the ball has been amazing. I like what I've seen from his game. I like the energy he plays with. I like his work ethic. So I'm excited to see where he goes, man. But, you know, to say he can't.
We just lied up here. Hey, Chad, don't let him lie to you. Dyson Daniels, bench minutes are not amazing. It's the worst offense in the league with Dyson leading it and Trae on the bench. Don't let him lie to y'all. That's the worst offense in the league.
Hey, I would hate to emote right now.
Hey, so what we're going to do real quick, let's see what the chat thought about this.
Can the winner get
Can the winner get a who?
Can the winner, whoever wins, can we get a quick thank you to the crowd?
Yeah.
All right, what do you say?
We're looking at Jay with 92%. Oh my God!
Come on now. Really?
And the poll, can y'all see the poll?
No.
Oh, you don't see it yet? All righty. Well, the poll had Jay at 90%, Matt.
It's all right. I know they on that.
It
They
looks
on
like
that
the
Australian
chat-
crack. They on that Australian crack, Demon. It's okay.
Oh, they on-
Say no to
Australian
drugs,
crack.
y'all. Say no to drugs. But apparently y'all didn't.
Hey, the chat says that Jada Hawk fan wins, and actually, it was a blowout, 90%. Ooh, wee, Matt.
Yeah.
Uh,
I just want to say to the chat real quick.
Go ahead, take your what? Give your victory speech.
The victory lap. I see y'all in the chat. It's gonna be real quick. I see y'all in the chat, man. I appreciate your Hawks fans. I see all the good jobs, but you know, it's the really the pleasure is mine. To me, I just feel like you're applauding me, the fish, for swimming. Like this is an easy debate to win. It's Matt and Dyson Daniels. This guy got up here and said he's not the defensive player of the year. He's not most improved. He's a bench depth piece. Matt, you might want to reevaluate your fanhood, man.
Hey, you know
Hey,
what?
Matt,
You
you can't talk during his victory speech, Matt.
Man.
I'm
This
just saying,
dude, Matt Damon is all over the place. 1 second it's Chicago 6'8", another second it's we're top 15 in defense under Quinn. The next second is Dyson Daniels
with Jalen Johnson.
20
With
seconds.
Jalen Johnson out there.
Hey, real quick, let me run through these. Salute to everybody who tapped in, gang. We appreciate this. Let me run through the super chats real quick. Shout out to the homeboy Dane. Salute to We Talk Hawks TV for the Hawks debate. We appreciate you, Dane, for tapping in. Dame is a regular. Ticket. I'm the only one undefeated against Matt. Well, not any longer. Jay is undefeated against Matt. Virgo said, ask Matt, Dyson or DJ Murray. Ooh, who you got, Matt? Dyson or Murray?
That's a good with Zach and Akon. I would actually take DJ.
And Ticket said both
I was thinking about that the other day.
Ticket said both y'all trash at debating. All righty, gang. All right, this is what we gonna do. Let me run the outro real quick. Don't go nowhere. When I run the outro, I'm gonna drop the link. We're gonna do another hour since we already up here, gang. Come hang out. I'm gonna drop the link. Come tap in. We talking about everything today. We talked about some of everything today, gang. Okay, all things Hawks. Whether you want to talk the Dyson Daniels, you want to talk the debate, you want to talk Quinn Snyder, you want to talk Mo Gay, you want to talk whatever. It's open. We talking anything. Once again, when you come up here, I'm not moderating it today. Okay, I just want y'all to know that. So make sure we come up here, everybody be respectful of each other. Try not to talk over each other. All right, let me run this real quick, and I'm gonna drop the link and let me get me something to drink real quick. Let's go.
Yeah. Swooping in just like a hawk, translating on a pick in the park. Yeah, swooping in just like a hawk, translating on a peak in the pond. And one baby that's far from a flaw. Stay from Marina, we blow out the top. DeAndre 12, he just like a cop. Lockdown D, get it still in the block. Vic got that vision, he passing the rock. Trape up from 30 with 12 on the clock. I hope your best player got really good handles, why? Cause he might get swiped by Daniel's eye. Told him don't leave both get open wide. Cause he jump away like an ocean, yeah. Chillin' on the fat break, scaring down. But you can't leave open garrison. Just like a hawk, translating on a peak in the pop. And one baby that's far from a flaw. Stay from Marina, we blow out the top. DeAndre 12, he just like a cop. Lockdown D, get it still in the block. Swooping in just like a hawk, translating on a peak in the pop. Swooping in just like a hawk, translating on a peak in the pop.
Gang, what's good, everybody? Salute to everybody tapping in, man. We appreciate the support once again. Hey, make sure y'all hit that like button for the game. You feel me? Hit that like button on your way in, hit it on your way out. You dig me? Let me hit the super chat real quick. Salute to my guy Cujo. Matt under 500 like his boy.
That is crazy.
That's
That is
crazy, bro.
Oh man, salute my guy Cujo, man. Cujo want
It's
to be
also
like
not
me
based
so
in
bad.
reality.
Cujo want to be like me so bad when it come to coming up, putting work in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my
You know,
god.
I think I probably make the best steak out of everybody on this channel. You feel me? I'm a goat in the kitchen. You dig me?
Oh man, I don't know. I'm pretty good.
I seen Matt. Matt tried. He put a little steak up there. He tried. It looked all right. You know what I'm saying? But what's good, everybody? What's good with y'all, man? We just chilling tonight, dog.
We talk Hawks.
Can I go? Can I please go first? Because I gotta
Go
say,
ahead,
Matt. I mean, bro, Jay cooked you, dude. Like he said,
Because he said, I feel.
Hey, smoke that shit, Jay.
He said,
dude. Like
Smoke that shit, Jay.
smoked you, dog.
Hey, Jay, I'm gonna smoke something for you in the garage. I'm about to go down there.
Because he said, I feel.
No. Let me just tell you the reason why. Where you
That's all he said for an hour.
Let me tell you. When you said you talked about Draymond Green, Jarrett Jackson Jr., you talked about how Evan Mobley, all that about the defensive. You know what's the difference with that? They're all centers. Dyson's doing this as a guard. And the reason why he's doing most of the guard is because a certain center we got can't do what Evan Mobley.
But Wonder, what is he? Wonder, the numbers say he's not doing nothing. What is he doing?
Bro, you know how our defense goes plummeting when he's out of the off the court?
He go plummeting, win him in there, win him out. It don't matter.
First of all, you're not even bringing in first of all,
maybe if you had a center that could really stop them guys.
Well, that's not. Hey, Draymond. Who's Draymond center? Who the Warrior center?
Oh, he's a center.
He's better than
you don't know. You don't know. You don't know.
Y'all really blaming the center. Y'all the most. I don't know. That job crazy work.
Y'all don't know who their center is. Y'all have no idea.
Hey, real quick. Salute the hey, real quick. I ain't from Atlanta, but I know a majority of everybody is. So salute y'all for 4-4 day. I went to Benjamin Banneker High School in
This nigga said Benjamin Banneker, bro.
Like Indicator.
Nah, it's not Decatur, man. I told you where it was.
Park. My bad.
Man, DeMond, just say you went to Reading, man. Ain't nobody gonna question you.
I'm from the east side.
Yeah, just say you went to Reading. Ain't nobody gonna question you. You say you got to Reading.
And then the other thing that when you lost him is when you wanted to say that he wasn't the MIP. Like, it's obvious that he's the MIP, bro.
So he can't win every award, y'all. Which one you win?
Why do you think
he's the odds-on favorite to win MIP?
KT, you go. My bad. Hey, KT, you gonna cut your camera on, gang? KT in the background.
He wasn't yesterday.
It doesn't matter.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Cujo at 229.
He was number 2 yesterday. So like, what does that mean?
Lord have mercy.
He acted like he said that as if he was like top 10, like not like 10, like in 7 places or something.
Hold on. So
hey, we got the homeboy. We got my young guy. We got my young boy KT in the building, man. What's good, KT?
Good. My brother Matt, how you doing? Hey, I gave you a vote. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. Like, I felt bad. I gave you a vote.
You got a sympathy vote.
Hey, you know what? Hey, you know what, KT? It's okay. That's why I said in the chat. This is why the Hawks are mid, because they attached to Jay's emotional pleas for mid players.
No, I hear you.
You say that, Matt, but then you brought up a point.
While you was arguing. You said how how Dyson's MIP votes were because it's just all increase, and you compared him to Jalen Johnson. What you failed to mention was Jalen Johnson was also like the leading most improved player candidate last season. He didn't reach the games, so like that didn't really help your argument at all. Like, I just wanted to.
He was in the top 3.
Ain't none.
I mean,
even if he wasn't the leading one. He was in the top 3. So you were saying, "Oh, Dyson's shit is just volume." Okay, so was Jalen's, and he was still top 3.
I won't say Jalen.
I didn't understand this part, Matt. Hey, Matt, I didn't understand.
Because Jalen did not play. No. Yeah, 15.9 minutes to about 30 plus a game. Don't say Jalen's shit was volume 2. He barely got to play his first.
Hey, Matt.
Hey, KT.
What I didn't understand was this. You said his volume went up. His shot volume went up.
By double.
But here's the thing. But he's shooting better.
If the volume goes up,
Hold on, wait, Demond. What's the percentage on a layup?
It don't matter what the shot is.
If the volume goes up,
if he's getting an extra, layup per game from Trae Young's assist,
I mean that's cool. Yeah,
what difference does it make?
Typically,
an extra layup isn't 10 points, bro. Like that's not a 10-point swing. And you said volume,
he said percentage. He said the percentage.
But I want to understand, like, how do you get 10 points? Like, how do you increase your scoring by 10 points
off of
and without increasing your volume? Like that's not.
It's a non-argument.
So his shot
attempt. What are you talking about?
Hey, Jada Hawks fan.
Jalen Johnson increased his point average by 10.
Yeah, he's a molding right now.
Jalen Johnson increased his point average by 10, but his shot attempts didn't go up by 10.
All right,
so explain that.
All right, but before I get to that, Jada Hawks fan, you used the word earlier that like I've been preaching since last summer. Everything he says is disingenuous. that's
in a nutshell.
I like saying cap. He just be capping.
I used to call him straight out.
Again, y'all, all this emotion is not helping me.
Let me say this though. Let me
Where's
say this.
the emotion?
Let me say this about the most improved. Let me say this one thing about the most improved. I don't want us to be disappointed. Cade Cunningham is going to win the most improved, and this is why. Detroit was the worst team in the world last year. They made very few changes, and now they are the 4th seed, and it's all behind what Cade Cunningham is doing virtually by himself.
Well, Marion,
he has raised.
Marion, you can't say minor changes and you added Tobias Harris and you added Tim Hardaway Jr. Like, bro, it's not. And here's the thing, Marion, it's not a team award. It's individual improvement. It's not your team got better. Like that doesn't matter. It's not MVP.
I personally think Dyson has a better chance of winning MIP than PLY.
Plus,
he's the Dyson Daniels right now in Vegas is the favorite to win MIP.
Yeah,
I think he's
the favorite.
Vegas got him favored.
Matt, when he was bringing out the team defensive stats, that is also an individual.
What I'm saying though, but he most likely, but like this, Marion though, the way I can see it or whatever is number one, he can't win everything. You feel me? So if he does not get the defensive player of the year award or a combination of being left off of like first team defense, he will win. I can see him winning the MIP. Like that's the consolation prize.
Well, I've already heard.
You think they're gonna feel sorry for him?
I have quite a few things that, like, you know how Matt said, like, before, like, Jalen, that's what was going on like that before Jalen went out. But he said when Jalen and them come back, Dyson's gonna go back to closer to that 10 points, according to Matt, that he was before. Dyson was averaging 13.6 points when Jalen went out. So I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
No, that's not what I said.
What'd you say?
I said besides when the first month Jalen struggled. Well, not first month, first 2 weeks. He struggled terribly. The first 5-7 games. He was bad. But when he turned it on from that point to mid-December, Dyson was at like 10, 11 points a game.
All right. Well, first of all,
and then when Jalen got hurt the first time, that's when he went up. His points went up and his attempts went up.
He
kind of stayed there.
Hey, First of all, I'm gonna say that you literally, like, it's all recorded, right? Yeah. So yeah, you literally did not say all that. So I don't know why you said that's what you said.
I did. You didn't hear what I said.
No. But
that's what I said. I said before Jalen got hurt the first time.
Bro. Hey, I'll let you finish, bro.
We're not gonna talk about nothing else, bro. Just not gonna talk about nothing else, man. It's about Dyson all video, bro.
Over points that don't even mean nothing. I don't know why I'm bringing that stuff up.
I'll let you finish.
Oh, hey, well, y'all know I'm supporting the guy.
I'm finna go throw my
people numbers goes up though, man. I don't know why. I don't get why it's a knock or something like that. Why it's a bad thing? I mean, it's a knock when you.
Well,
I'm saying so you don't. So you don't think double low numbers come down if JJ playing? I mean, you know, I'm a big fan, but Zach numbers have gone up over the season. Can one argue or say that's because DeAndre got traded and JJ got hurt? I don't know. Could that be? But I'm not gonna say that. I'm just saying, bro. Like you can say that about a bunch of crap, man. Like I don't know. To me, it's just like I don't know, man.
Mike,
you don't like Dyson, bro. So you gonna reach for whatever reason.
So next.
Hold on, Matt. You know what that's called? When Matt is doing it, what it's called, since he loves to give all these words and word salads.
I don't even see what you said, Lo.
It's called a straw man argument. That's what Matt is doing. It's called straw man arguments. Like,
how many times?
False equivalence is just straw man. Because of one thing, it must be because of the other. Like it's that's all he's doing. That's why it's so funny that you brought up the.
He's trying to say that correlation equals causation, and that's not the case. That's not.
It is for this. It is for this because next year, Zach is not going to be in administration next year. When Jalen comes back, probably the bench is going to be better next year. Okay, so where's the attempts?
I
agree with you. Ho. Hey,
you heard me, DeMar?
I agree with you right there because when Jalen comes back and Zach shot,
not even what he paid for.
Dyson points may not go up, and here's the thing:
I ain't see it.
It doesn't fucking matter.
It doesn't matter. All you
it does matter. It matters.
Defense.
No. You can't. The last 5 champions, 6.
Hey,
the last
Mike,
6 champions.
Go to the top.
None of them play like Dyson Daniels.
Oh.
Let me ask the panel a question real quick.
Do we have the same roster?
I want you in on this. Now I want you in on this too, Damon. I want you in on this too. In the off season, there's a possibility that the Boston Celtics are going to get off of Jaylen Brown's Supermax contract.
They not getting rid of no Jaylen Brown. You crazy?
Hold on, let me finish. Would you trade Dyson Daniels and a lot of our spare money that we have for Jaylen Brown?
No. Nope. They're not gonna do it.
I wouldn't do it. I would trade Jalen Johnson for Jaylen Brown.
I wouldn't do it.
This is the delusion. Why the Hawks haven't won a championship in 50 years.
Hey Matt, you said like Jalen played great up until his first injury, and then like that's when the stretch. I eliminated the first 2 weeks, went up until Jalen's first injury. Dyson still averaging 13. Rebuttal.
Damon, Damon, why wouldn't you?
Let Matt rebuttal real quick.
Fact check, Matt.
Fact check, Matt.
Fact check, Matt. Like always.
So again, I'll say it one more time. I'll say it one more time.
He's making up crap, bro. He always adding to stuff.
Dyson Daniels.
I want to hear this one.
Dyson, when Jalen struggled the first 2 weeks of the season, when he got back straight after the first 2 weeks, from that point until probably Christmas, Dyson Daniels was around 10 points a game.
Okay,
he jumped up when Jalen got hurt the first time.
That's the exact time. Like that's the exact period right here. I have from.
Go look at his point. Go look at his month. Go look at his month by month statistics on ESPN.
Let me finish. I'll let you finish. Hush, man, down. From November 9th, 2 weeks into the season, to Christmas Day. Oh no, the day after Christmas, the 26th.
Shut up.
13 points. What the fuck are you talking
You wish you had my brim. Shut up.
If you go by the month by month statistics, he did not average 13
see
points.
that brim long. That shit. What the
Bro,
fuck?
why would I?
Long brims. What? I like long brim hats. What are you
I just noticed, bro. That shit. What the hell?
long brim hats? I don't know what else y'all want from me.
Nah, all right, so you want me to go
Portable table.
Because I don't understand why I would just like individualize those months when you're talking about like an over like 1 month period. You see how that doesn't make sense? Because if you're talking about from like 2 weeks, like not excluding the first 2 weeks, from that point on up until Christmas, that's the time frame I'm going to use. I'm not going to go look at just November when that's not the time frame that you're talking about. Why does that make sense? Explain that.
From when when Jalen got right after the OKC game, or
after the OKC game. OKC game. Oh, so after the OKC game, the first was like the third game of the season. That game, right?
Jalen struggled the first probably 10 games of the year.
Okay, so what are we talking about?
No,
No, because you said after the OKC game, and now you're saying the first 10 games.
That's true.
Tell me the time frame so I can tell you you're wrong.
That's not true.
Again, when I don't know which game. It was somewhere in the first 10. Jalen struggled the first 8 games, 7 games, somewhere in there. When he got straight from that point forward up until mid-December is when he struggled. So hold on, I'm about to go pull his month by month statistics. Hold on, I got. Hold on, KT, I got to pull up.
Okay, you can pull a month by month, but the time. You can pull a month by month, but the time period you're talking about is over a month. So I don't know what the month by month is going to prove to you, because if you're talking about from beginning of November to late December, that's over a month. I don't know what the month by month is going to prove, because that's not the time frame you're talking about. I'm going to specific.
Hey, let me just come in here. The reason why it's so inconsistent is that he wants to talk about how this a month sample size and stuff with Dyson, but he ain't gonna say that with a Kongwu and his month sample size when it comes to his offense and stuff. He'll give that grace. And
because the Kongwu is our second leading scorer.
Kongwu is way more spoon-fed in the post for trade.
Are you serious, man? He's your second leading scorer. I understand that. I hear you. Applaud Okongwu, but can we not apply JJ absence to Okongwu being the second leading scorer?
No. Look what Okongwu averaged last year when he started last year. What is the numbers last year when he started?
Bro, he's a career average before starting and doing all of those numbers he did was 13.
I just asked what was his average when he started last year?
Bro, his career average before he became a starter this season, even up to that point, because he was still doing double O stuff off the bench, he averaged 13 points per game, bro. That was his career average. Now, I'm sure that's gone up a little bit because he's played well in this stretch. I'm not finna do like you and like find a way to hate on him or something like that. You know, I mean, I have
how is pointing out shooting percentage hating? I don't understand that. How is pointing out 58% shooting percentage from the free throw line hating? That's a fact. It's a good
percent though. But Okongwu has been in the league how long?
We talking about facts.
Man, why do you hate Dyson Daniels?
Well, I'm saying how long has Okongwu been in the league though? How long has Okongwu been in the league?
Like this is the real question. Like, why do you refuse to give him no doubt?
I said he was a bench player. I said he was a long-term.
Hey, y'all talking over each other.
To be clear, like I said before, you could go back to the very first day we got DeJounte Murray traded on the show. I said I'm happy we got Dyson Daniels because he can play defense. He's a long-term bench piece. I said that the day we got him. That's exactly what he is. Y'all overvalue him, and I get it. Like he's only got to play defense in an Atlanta uniform in like 30 years. I get that, but that doesn't mean you got to overvalue him for the whole roster.
There you go with those extremes, though. Hold on a second. Those extremes stuff. Nobody said he only has to play defense. Nobody said that, though. But we do say. Or considers ask you to consider that the defense impact that he brings or whatever should warrant a little bit of grace offensively for a young player who just turned 22 years old, first year starting. And I mean, come on, bro. Like I feel like it's just a little grace, bro. I can understand if bro was double O age or something like that, man. Like it's his first year starting, man. Like you gave double O how long? How long you gave him? Double O one shoot. No. Listen to me though. I'm cool and okay with double O getting like 4 3-point attempts from the game because he probably gonna hit 1, maybe 2 at the most. Now I give that to him. He's gotten there. Ask me that 3 years ago, last year, 2 years ago. Heck no, niggas don't go out there and do that or whatever. And that's what you say about Dyson right now. At this point, I'm just saying, bro. Like it's just crazy work. Like hearing you the way you just putting a nail in the coffin of this man's career.
Because Mike, I'm looking at games played. I'm looking at his free throw percentage. That has never improved. A guy that shoots that terrible from the free throw line, the history says he's not going to be able to shoot. So a shooting guard that can't shoot, history already says that guy doesn't win you championships. A shooting guard that can't shoot. Over the last 10 years, you can't find me a shooting guard. Find me a shooting guard that can't shoot. That's the winner championship in the last.
Are we going to the finals this year? I don't understand. We're going to the finals right now.
Like I know y'all want to move on, and I promise you, I'm finna move on from this point. But like I went to the 10 games. I went to the 2 weeks. I went to right after OKC game. And the time period you're speaking about still says 13 games, man. So I need you to explain to me, like I'm 5 years old, like how Dyson was close to 10 points when, like, no matter what your criteria is, I put it in and it says 13 points per game. Please.
So hold on, let me pull it up. So Jalen, so let's see. This Jalen played in the OKC game. Okay.
Man, I'm finna hit this garage, bro.
Man,
For $25 million.
Like after that, I promise y'all got it. I just want to this 1 point.
KT, you're not going to get the answer you're looking for because he's going to do everything he can to not give.
I hear Carlos, bro.
Every day, bro. Hey,
Carlos gonna come up on the panel one day.
Ask the mom, bro. I ain't new to this shit, bro. I ain't new to this shit.
Yeah, that KT, man. That KT, my young guy, man. KT be about it.
Like,
so look at my guy KT, one of them YNs who ain't scared to come up here. Some of them YNs they scared to come up here.
Shit. I was supposed to be getting ready. I'm finna hit the streets in a little bit, but after this, I'm gonna start getting ready. Go ahead, Matt.
So the OKC game. So Dyson was 15, 18, 7, 11, 16, 8, 6. 18, 16. Trey got hurt that Boston game when he had the 28. 25, Trey was still hurt. 12, 14, 11, 8. Right? 17, 12, 8, 7, 8. So, again, like I said, he struggled those games when Jalen got right after Jalen was bad the first month.
To
whatever it was,
right?
first 10 games.
You said
whatever it was.
Christmas, correct?
Around Christmas.
Around Christmas. Okay. So, from the OKC game, the third game of the season, I'm putting it right here, that game. And I have the game right after Christmas, the 26th. From that time on, the Chicago game. Dyson, okay, I apologize. Well, should I count the OKC game or no? Yes or no? Or after that?
I said after that.
After that, okay, I won't count the OKC game. If I don't count the OKC game, Dyson is averaging 13 points per game. So from after the OKC game to the game right after Christmas, that's 13 points per game. Where is the 10 points per game you're talking about?
I had 10 this morning when I looked at it. I had 10 points a game. Closer to 10 points a game. I think he was at 11. 11
so you don't got it now?
11.2.
No, he ain't got it now.
No, he ain't got it now.
I need to get a little thing on this.
11.2. 11.2 is what I had. 11.2 is what I had, but it's okay. Even still,
taught him how to research.
Even still. Mm-hmm. Next year, Zach isn't going to be on a minutes restriction. Jalen will be back. Akonwu is going to be starting. So, Dyson, I don't hate Dyson Daniels.
Right.
He is a bench player that everybody loves because of his defense, that y'all want all these great things for him, which is cool, but y'all not being realistic. Like I said,
I heard you.
You look at his play style. There's not a champion in the last 7 years. I'm just saying, I could go back further. I'm just saying 7 that plays like him, that shoots like him from the free throw line, from the 3-point line. Like it doesn't like. So you tell me Dyson Daniels is going to defy history? Is that what you're telling me? Trey Young and Trey Young, that court is going to defy NBA history.
Is Dyson Daniels a finished product at 22 years old?
Are we playing for a championship this year?
Okay,
he's about a finished product.
No, I heard you.
No. I just shut this down. It's amazing that Dyson says, "Well, we can't win with Dyson Daniels' playing style. We have no team has won a championship with that type of player." You know what? Also, a team hasn't won a championship with an undersized point guard.
But he's a Hall of Fame talent. He's a Hall of Famer, or he's
Dyson's not a Hall of Fame with his defense. He's not Hall of Fame with his defense.
No. Hell no, he ain't no Hall of Famer. She wanted to get out the garage, bro.
We're gonna have a debate.
A Hall of Famer? What? See,
hey, Mike. She wanted to have been in the garage with her. He must be hanging out with Archie.
This is what I'm talking about. He
talking about the numbers this season has been comparable to Hall of Fame players.
That's not what he said. That's not what he said.
That's what you said, right?
That's not what he said, though.
No, I said that he's a Hall of Fame player. I stand on that.
See, don't let him save you.
Dyson is a mix between like.
Can I explain?
I appreciate
You sound like me in the garage with that.
Hang on, let me explain why I feel that way. The reason why is that if you look at his defensive numbers, it is Hall of Fame level stuff, and we know he ain't gonna drop off defensively on this. He's only gonna get better. And there's plenty of guys.
He not on the Hall of Fame.
What numbers is Hall of Fame? What numbers is Hall of Fame? You wonder.
Hold up, Demond. I'm not saying right now. I'm saying if he continues on this trajectory defensively, Ben Wallace. Ben Wallace is a Hall of Famer on his defense.
He got to do it before.
Yeah, but Ben Wallace has like 4 defensive player of the year.
Yeah, he got to do it.
Dyson's gonna get it.
What I'm saying though, well, minus what C Wonder said, y'all.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
For a second. But yeah, Mike, Mike
making sure he distanced himself from C Wonder real quick. It's crazy.
I'm just saying.
And this is what I gotta do. This is what I gotta deal with.
Just the records that he has done this season. It ain't nothing but
deflections.
It ain't nothing but Hall of Fame guys. Now, if he continue. The question is, can he continue it? Like,
that's
say,
my point.
5 straight years
which I firmly believe he will be a Hall of Famer. That was my point.
Hey,
Stop saying that.
Hey, Demond, I appreciate you for having me up. I'm finna get the fuck up out of here.
So, all right, KT, be safe out there, young
Do you feel like he can grow?
We up here after every game, you know what time it is.
I got you.
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
Do you feel like he's growing offensively?
Oh man, don't ask him that question.
Archie, you already know the answer.
Right? No, I do not. No, I do not. Because, like I said,
from 4 points to 14.
I don't. Because, like I said, when he was at 3 point, and me and Demond talked about this the other day. When you look at a shooting guard in the NBA, I know Dyson is this mystical character that's going to defy all these NBA statistics.
He's multiple positions, to be honest, if you think about it.
Whatever, that's even worse. Whatever he is. Because if he a point guard and he passes like that, in the open court, we got other problems.
No, he's a good passer. I mean, he turned it over.
No shooting. Not in the open court, he not.
21. Well, let me help you, Archie. Matt, I heard you say that Dyson is a finished product at 22.
That's crazy.
That's what you said. So that also means that Kobe Buffkin finished product.
No. Why is he done though? Why is he done?
Hold on. Demond.
Starting next year, 38% from the field and 22% from 3.
Hold on, Marion. 2 questions, Marion. Has he played it over? Hold on,
got him.
Marion. 2 questions, Marion. Has he played in over 120 games like Dyson Daniels?
Absolutely not, because he's always hurt.
No, has he taken over 253s like Dyson Daniels?
What does playing have to do with the age? His age is 22, correct?
Because y'all assume just because
Kobe's
of his
20.
age that he's going to get better over time.
No,
just like Cam Reddish. People assume Cam Reddish was going to get better over time. He never did. People assume AJ Griffin was going to get better over time.
Way better than Cam Reddish.
Matt. We're going to stay on you and your thought process and focus on you. Don't tell us what we assume, even if that's the case. All right. What you go by is I don't correlate age and skill. The reason why I think Kobe Buffkin got off the bus and scored the 31 in OKC because he's skilled. He's naturally skilled. The reason why I think Zach is putting out the production he's putting out because he's skilled. I don't have to wait until he's 25 to produce a 30-point game. He's just skilled. Now, it can age help with IQ, strength level, right? Play like can it help with the small soft things? Yes, but overall skill, you're not going to jump all of a sudden be a low-level player
like Dyson offensively,
So
then jump to a high level player. Like it's just not going to happen.
So this is where the debate is. So what is supposed to be skill then, or whatever? You know what I mean? But that's where the fundamental error and everything is broken down with basically everybody you talk to about Dyson or whatever, because it's just bro. Like you dismiss any and everything the man does, bro. Like you really does.
I don't dismiss it. Y'all overvalue it,
man. Nobody overvalue
y'all overvalue it. That's all, man. Y'all overvalue him.
He wants that deep
how
come off the bench.
How do anyone overvalues it? The overvalue is by being okay with the fact that he's the starter at the moment and the potential of him continuing to be.
But when I say he's a placeholder, Mike, y'all go crazy when I say he's a placeholder.
A placeholder.
Y'all think that's offensive?
Okay, he's gonna be a
when I say he's a placeholder, y'all think that's offensive?
Would you start Kobe Buffkin over Dyson Daniels?
Hey, Steve, why you asking that question?
Don't ask him that.
Don't ask him that.
He must know that.
Hey, you don't want to know. Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to.
You already know the answer.
You don't. He haven't been listening to Matt long enough.
Kobe, his boy.
He definitely. Yeah.
It's gonna be a sad day.
That's the foundation of his hate for Dyson. It's
Hey Mike,
I don't hate.
Hey Mike, it's gonna be a sad day on We Talk Hawks when Kobe get packaged up and move.
Oh, he ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere.
I'm gonna sit there and say they gave up on him too early.
Hey, we gonna the day Kobe get traded.
He ain't getting traded. He ain't getting
Everybody want to check in on that.
If he didn't get traded for All Stars, he's not getting traded.
You say you already man.
Hey, somebody when Kobe get packaged up, somebody out there gonna have to go on nowhere. He ain't going nowhere.
But seriously though,
hey, what you call it? We gonna have to do a welfare check on Matt.
Man,
y'all would be okay. Hold on. So let me get straight. Y'all would be okay paying Dyson long term if he still can't shoot.
I'll go.
And shoot free throws. Go ahead.
I'll go this real quick.
He's improving.
Another point I wanted to make. First of all, I saw in Dallas, he can shoot when it matters in clutch. That clutch three, he hit 2 clutch threes back to back. I know that he can handle it. Which, by the way, on a separate point, I really need to talk about that game. And as much as I love my point guard, how I laughed when he took that three when we were up by 3. I'll just say, I just want to say that. I want to talk about that. But anyway,
what I'm about to say? I forgot what I'm about to say now, man. Dang.
He infuriates you like that, don't he?
No, I'm asking. I want to know from y'all. Would y'all hate Dyson names despite the
you know I was gonna say. You know what's crazy about that?
Get a veteran point guard.
If Dyson Daniels win any award, right, or get any recognition, first team, defense, whatever, he would be only the second player we gave an extension to with somebody who has an accolade. My point is this: we give extensions. Listen, we gave $125 million to JC. He had 0 accolades. You gave $100 million to DeAndre Hunter, 0 accolades. Every extension you gave out, you extended Clint, you extended Bogey, 0 accolades.
But Damon, what did you say?
You don't want to keep.
No, but Damon, what did we say about those? We said that those were terrible. In hindsight, those are terrible decisions that put us and crippled us financially.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that.
Salary cap wise,
it took you up until this year to admit that Hunter contract was bad.
Was money. A bad contract.
Well, I'm just saying it put us in a bad situation. Why would we do that again? Why would we put ourselves right back in a bad financial?
Because he doesn't have the injury history that Hunter has. That's a bad comparison.
No, I'm talking about the overall team, and I know Jay don't like to do math 2 years in advance, but look, you gotta look at the roster. You gotta look at how the roster is put together. You don't put it together in one summer. You gotta look.
They out here catching strays, man.
Demond, because you said I don't like to do math 2 years in advance, but I'm kind of confused because it's like I think he was referring to when I was talking about Zach, and maybe Matt, because he was talking about gravity and all this other stuff. Maybe 2029 is actually 2 years away, and it's 2027. But I thought it was 2025.
No. When I say no, Jay, I'm saying 2 years away because even this summer, right? Trey, I know it's next year, Jay. You don't got to tell me it's next year when this extension kicking. I already know that. But I'm saying you think as far as the roster, you think 2 years out at a time.
Well, but the thing is, Matt, any money that you pay Trae Young as an extension, a single cent isn't paid of it until 2028. That's 3 years from now.
Say what?
Because he has a full season next year, and then he has a player option after that. So if you extend it, he would de facto have opted in to the next 2 seasons plus whatever. So it's now 2028 before Trae Young gets any money. Right. But you know, like you said, I don't like to think things, you know, that far in the future because
cool.
I don't know just know that off the top of my head.
You know how much, Jay? You know how much his player option is? Jay, you know how much his player option is?
Let me get in there real quick.
I'm sorry, Marion. You go first.
Matt, here's the thing, and I'm gonna pick on you one more time about your boy Kobe. This is why Kobe's gonna get traded. He's gonna get traded because, like you're talking about, 2 years in the future, we can't risk giving him an extension on his contract with his injury history. Especially with all of the contracts that we'll have coming up. We can't risk that. So we're going to trade him for some second-round picks or maybe a swap or something. But he's getting traded. Because
Go ahead, Mary. My bad. Go ahead.
Because if he comes in and plays good for 60 games, are we going to give him an extension?
60 games? I don't even think he played 100 games in his whole career at the NBA.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Here's my point, Mary. Okay, Mary, and this is to the panel. I just did the quick math. So Trae Young's player option is $55 million. You give Dyson Daniels, which y'all talking to some of y'all up here on drugs, talking about $30 million. Jalen at $30 million.
Let's say
Zach's
25.
$13 million. And Conley's at
$16
$16 million. That's $140 million for a starting five that has yet to even make the playoffs.
KT, I thought you was going outside, man.
I am going outside, but I just
sorry. I was on mute. I was on mute. So hold on. So I'll do it one more time.
Hold up, man.
No, we heard you, Matt. You wasn't on mute. We heard you.
All right. So that's $140 million to a starting five that hasn't even made the playoffs. Go ahead. Tell me how that's feasible.
Matt, wait. Let me jump in here, Mike, because this is the nonsense. So he said it's $140 million committed to 5 guys that have not made an all-star team, right?
No, haven't made the playoffs as a team.
Oh, okay, fine. And that's what year were you saying that we'd be committing all 5? That kind of money to the starting 5?
It will be the year after next.
Okay, Matt. Okay,
you saw that tomorrow.
Matt, I don't know if you noticed, maybe you don't. But the salary cap floor.
Don't do that, White Mike. Don't do that.
I'm not touching that comment about.
No, wait, I just got it, bro.
I'm not touching that comment, Demond. You laugh for that. Hey, back to what I was about to tell Matt, man.
Wait, that's not good, bro.
Kobe, man. Rest up, Kobe, man.
Matt, do you understand that the salary cap, not even the luxury tax line, the salary cap for this season is $154 million. So if you're telling me 2 years from now, the $140 million and the salary cap is supposed to go up 10% a year. I mean, the salary cap itself is going to be at 160. That means the luxury tax line is going to be almost 200. So you have more. What you just told me was the Hawks are going to have a lot of flexibility to add.
No. Because hold on, wait. So how even if it goes up, so even if the cap is, even if the salary cap is at 165. You got to field the rest of your team.
That's 1 year.
With what?
You're telling me that you got the starting 5 for 140. So you have 20 million between that and the starting 5 before you touch a bench player. Then you have another 30 million between the over the cap line and the luxury tax line that the Hawks don't want to go over. And you're saying what exactly?
I'm saying it's bad business to commit that much money to a team that can't even make the playoffs.
Hey, I don't mean to interrupt the conversation. However, I know I saw something about Matt. I have one more question for you. It's April now. When you about to slide out this way? Because you said,
"Oh, I'm coming up there, KT. Oh, you don't got to worry about that.
Yeah. But when?
Hey, you don't got to worry about that.
But when?
Hey, look, KT. I wouldn't be begging for a hospital bill if I was you.
Matt be lying, man. Matt be lying forever.
Hey, Matt, bro. I just let me know when, bro. Like
y'all niggas still talking about
that. Matt ain't coming up there, man. Matt can't even.
I heard that in that space about like 5 months ago, man.
Hey, I heard it back in November.
Matt can't even make it to the basketball court down the street to hoop. He definitely.
Hey, I heard it back in November, but apparently I ducked. I ran back to Virginia, but
you did.
I was cracking.
You said I was back in. Oh, you said I was back in Virginia. You didn't even tell me what dates you were here.
I told you I was coming up there after Thanksgiving.
No. I told you. Hold, man. No, let me. I told you to hit me when you got to New Jersey, and my DMs stay empty. And then afterwards, you was talking about, nah, you ran back home, nigga. How do you know where I was at? How do you know where I was at?
Your whole Twitter said you was in VA. You wasn't up there.
What? When? You
all right. Y'all gotta take that. Y'all gotta take that. We promote. We are non-violent. We are.
Oh no.
Christian.
I was gonna read KT a book.
Bro, I was gonna get some education.
Non-violent.
I was gonna read KT a book.
This is all educational.
Blessed be the peacemaker. Blessed be
the hey, something happened today, and then the police come out here looking for videos. Run me that show back in the day.
You gotta catch Matt at the Hawks game or something like that, man. He said he's going or something.
Oh, there he goes, Mike.
Hey, real quick. Hey, if we finish 8th,
I hear you,
and we lose to the Magic in the play-in, do we get a home game?
Trade.
Yes. Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
So we'll get a home. Okay. I'm gonna try to get out to that game right there. I'm gonna try to get out there because that might be the final game of the season.
That's if we keep the AC. Hey, what's the Bulls record?
You might not. That's true. It might be the last game.
Hey, I'm gonna come out there.
Bulls are 34 and 42.
My controversial take is I want the Hawks.
Hey, Matt, don't let the mud pull up before you, Jay.
I got you, Mike.
Don't let the mud.
Hey, when I get out there, I'm hooping. Baby.
No, Mike. I heard Mikey gave you some buckets, Mike. I don't know. Hey, is Mikey taking you down? I don't know.
Mike, man, don't get me started, man. I really be low key humble, man. I just be, you know.
Hey, Mike, you came and talked about Mikey game one day. I knew what you really wanted to say. When you say,
I don't think you can
short.
I don't think you could guard.
You said his 5 minutes he's just short. I knew what you wanted to say.
You said what now?
I don't think you can't guard Mike. You too short.
I'm not worried about Mike.
I got a question though, because I understand we worried about our position, and I think
Mike ain't gonna be able to dribble on me
tomorrow. I believe we're gonna win against the Knicks. I believe we're gonna win. I'm not sure.
Here comes C Wonder with the kumbaya positive vibes.
Well,
I welcome it though. I welcome it because we need it after that Dallas game.
See, Wonder. That's what you talking about.
Listen, I'm just
gonna say. I just want to say one thing. Ain't got nothing to do with the Hawks, but Don Staley's going to another national championship. I'm sorry, Don Staley's it. But you know what I'm saying? I just have to say that one time.
Hey, we might was gonna get Don Staley to come coach. You can't do no worse.
Hey, they were down when I was looking at it early on, so that's what's up though.
They beat their ass. That shit was crazy.
She a winner. Unlike our coach, he ain't a winner.
Yeah, Quinn be pissing me off. Like,
all right,
we'll take a motherfucker out.
I do want to say something.
Quinn is a champion.
C Wonder, somebody. Hey, C Wonder. Hey, Farrell said, "What happened to the 6?
6 I'm done. We're done.
Hey, we only 2 spots out there, Farrell. We're not that far away from it, man.
Yeah, that ain't never happened to Southside.
I don't know. I don't know
what Mike said. Where's money at, Matt?
That he said we could get the 6. I don't know what he was thinking.
Hey, let me tell you something. And I say this to my youth group. I say this to everybody. I'd rather shoot for the stars and miss than lay in the dirt and settle.
You know what? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, C1.
You know what happens every time when we win like 2 or 3 games, but it's like always a few niggas who just start like drowning.
Hey, C1, let me tell you what your youth group do. This is what your youth group do. When you say that, they be like this.
They actually the same age as me, though. I mean, we grew up together, so we all are youth group. I'm just the leader by.
Listen. I don't know what you was on that day. You said we was had the bro, because I don't know what you was thinking.
Bro, the Pacers were slipping and the Bucks were slipping. The problem is that we lost games we shouldn't have lost. That was the issue.
You know what's so crazy about what you said?
You always got to factor that in.
What's so crazy about what you said? You know what's so crazy about what you said? We always do that. We always been losing games we should be winning.
You know what the real issue is, DeMond? The Hawks realistically are probably the worst team in the play-in in the Eastern Conference. So
listen, Jay. Let me tell y'all something.
For real though, y'all playing? Can we legit stay at
like this?
Yeah, we can.
I was saying this.
7th seed.
I was saying this in the Clippers game, and y'all said, "No, we good." I said, "No."
No, I mean, I'm gonna be real with you. You would rather be the 7-8 seed so you get 2 shots.
I've been paying attention to the Bulls and stuff like that. The Bulls and Magic playing better basketball than us. You already lost to the Magic. The Bulls might catch you.
Hey, if they ask me to be
Mike, this is the Eastern Conference. This the first time for the play-in that it actually feels like a real tournament because outside here in the West, like the Kings don't really have much of it.
Well, hold up, Jay. Jay, Matt, see, Wonder wasn't here. At the beginning of the season, y'all two Negroes was campaigning. We finna win 47 games. DeMond, we got the guys. We gonna do
that. Hey, DeMond, I have to depend on Dyson to be one of my leading scorers every night.
Well, Matt, you got bad
thing. Stop.
Hey, Matt, I'm gonna tell you this. You got 6 more games, and I expect to get a cash out.
All right, let's talk about these 6 games, okay? Every last one of them are winnable.
Yes. Let's talk about something else.
Every last one of them are winnable. What you mean?
I mean, technically all 82 games are winnable, but
I'm talking about as far as what we got. We already beat the Knicks several times. We've already
sound good. No. To quote the big homie DeMond, that brief good, whatever he be saying, man. That's what he's saying right now, man. That sound good, bro. Yeah, we beat the Knicks twice. That sound good, but that don't mean what that supposed to mean, bro. Like, I mean,
because we're capable. I'm saying we're capable of doing.
I'm just saying,
we capable of going 11 for 52 from 3 against.
Fair.
What game was that, Mike?
Hold up. Here's the thing. I have no listen.
What that we did no AC?
Point guard, as long as our point guard steps up and does what he does. Don't do what he did.
Let me tell you something. See, Wonder, let me tell you something. This
why we did 15 for 39.
See, Wonder, let me tell you something.
I exaggerated.
This why I don't like talking sports.
I'm not saying you was wrong. I was just like,
I don't like talking sports to Christian men. You know why?
What?
You know why?
Because we're faith-based.
No, because I'm gonna tell you my motto when you say stuff like that. Put 100 on.
Put money on.
And you know what y'all say? You know what you do? You revert back.
Hey, you know I can't do it though. That's why. But I respect you. Listen, I respect you.
That's why you be saying reckless stuff.
No, it's not.
Because you know you can't. You know. When I say
I ain't trying to bet on
that, you're gonna be like,
nope,
I can't bet, man. That's why I can't talk to y'all. That's why I can't. I'm a betting Christian.
If I was saved, if I wasn't saved and I believed in gambling, I would take you up on it. I probably lose a lot of money, but I would take you up on it.
No, you wouldn't.
You
know what? You know what? I actually believe you because you really thought we was gonna be a 6 seed. You really thought.
Yeah. Bro, I told you, DeMond, every time we win 2 to 3 games, man, we got one of them little miniature streaks, man. I'm telling you.
Hey, y'all, we got the King Mutant in the building.
They come. There you go, drinking.
King Mutant in the building.
Hey, Mike, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. We just don't have it. Like, had we had like Clint or Nance or something for the playing, I'd be high on the Hawks making it. But boy, I just know that the Magic got them 6'10" dudes. We can't compete with that. So I mean,
Let me ask y'all this though, Jay. Let me ask y'all this.
They're gonna demolish us, bro.
And then if we gotta play the Heat or the Bulls, that's gonna be tough too.
Hey Jay, let me ask you this. What part? When we gonna start holding this coach accountable?
Yeah.
If he don't make the playoffs, is this season a failure?
I just feel like I'm watching the Hawks pull the Falcons. You know how the Falcons was in prime playoff position, and somehow they tricked off the division, and their only path to the playoffs was like winning the division. I feel like this is what I'm watching with the Hawks, where like they were so many games up by 7. But that's the thing. Traditionally, like if it was like how it used to be, where like 7, all you had to do is have a better record than the 9 seed, no playing tournament. I think the Hawks would be fine. But because they have to play, have to play for their way in that thing. I'm like, they're not gonna beat these teams.
Hey, I would you if we didn't have the 2 games against Orlando. Like if we win those 2 games, we're pretty much locked in either the 8th or the 7th seed primarily.
Oh, we got 2 more games.
No. See, Wonder, it's just the opposite. It's just the opposite. The Hawks will have to play. They're going to be locked in. You're right. The 7-8 game, but they're more than likely going to have to play Orlando a 3rd time. So that's the thing.
We play Orlando before the season over with twice.
We play twice. It's crazy, Mike. You want to know what's crazy? Orlando played yesterday, and they don't play again until Tuesday when they play the Hawks.
So we got to
play two more games before they play Orlando.
We
play Orlando. We play Orlando on Tuesday, and we play them again on Saturday, and then we're gonna play them again if we finish 7, 8, and 9.
Why are y'all concerned? Why are y'all concerned? We got the defensive player of the year.
Can I tell you? I'll tell you my reasons now.
That average 20 on the opposite end. Why y'all so worried?
He wants to see Yeka when he has to take care of the 6'10" guys.
What do you say? Bro, number one, Matt. Trey does not shoot well against Orlando, man.
What's up? Hey, what's up, man? I felt sorry for Matt, so I gave him a vote. I saw he had 10, so
that's the second sympathy vote you got.
Hey, look, I feel okay. I'm more like Dyson Daniels than I thought. I get
you got 2, dude.
Man, hey, like, let me go and get my little grandson of some support here.
Hey, but look though, man. I don't think Trey plays well against the Magic like ever, and we got to go to Orlando.
Y'all sound scared.
Also, Matt, you know that we give up like the most points in the league to like the power forward position. Yeah,
they got like 2 of them.
They
got 2 beasts.
And Mike, Trey don't shoot well against Florida teams. Like he don't shoot well against the Miami. He don't play well against the Heat. He don't play well against the Magic. And the Bulls have had our number for years. So it's like
they tend to have.
We got nothing to do with the players, man.
That's gonna be hard.
It's really hard to be positive in this situation. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hey, it ain't got nothing to do with the players. It got something to do with the win.
I don't know.
3 games, y'all.
You seen the 2 losses to the Heat this season?
Y'all
Bulls got a number.
It ain't got nothing to do with the players. No, guys. Listen, guys. Listen. It don't have nothing to do with the players. Coach Quinn got everybody freaking jacked up. He don't know nothing. He gonna lose. He gonna. Why didn't see the mistakes he makes on rotation and decisions at the end of the game on why you lose? Let me tell you something. That last shot, when Trae Young take the last shot, all he had to do is send a trap screen so Trae can play off of that. Don't let Trae stand out there. That's a simple, easy play to call, to do a trap screen so you can trap the guy who you send up a Trae to shoot the last shot. Just shoot a pick screen for Trae to come around and pick the guy off for to open up for a wide open shot. And that can be for any player. But what he do? He leaves somebody out there on the island for ISO. It don't work.
Don't worry.
That's Coach Quinn. See, some of y'all think some of these players, but Coach Quinn got to help players think sometime, and he don't do that.
I'm sorry. I can't let that happen because I saw that game last night. That's on Trey just as much as it's on Quinn.
No. Was that not an ISO? Was that not an ISO with the best? Was that not an ISO with one with the top best?
Kool-Aid, did you see that possession where he wasted all 24 seconds on the clock?
Oh no, I understand the mistake. I'm talking about the last shot. I'm talking about the last shot.
It should have came down to that. We were up by 3.
No, see, there you go, CJ. Don't say it shouldn't have came down to that, because when you say that, it shouldn't have came down to Trae Young having to play and pressure himself to play in that fourth quarter the way he did, because you had 3 guys that's supposed to have been scorers and scored 6 points, 9 points, and then have us in the lead. And then you had Emoji that missed five wide open shots. So you're right. It shouldn't have came down to that period.
Eric,
we should have been blowing them out. We should have been blowing them out.
Did you see one?
I never thought we were going to blow them out with 80.
The fourth quarter with 4 minutes to go. We had a lead, C1. That's the problem. We had a lead, and we could have built on that lead. And in the third quarter, we fumbled the ball. Everybody want to ignore that part. We fumbled the ball because people couldn't hit shots.
No, you mean Dyson threw it out of bounds?
Marion, here's the thing. And here's the problem that I do agree with the sense that we need a backup point guard, because Trey had to play the entire fourth quarter just for us to get back. So I agree with you.
You said he had to play the entire fourth quarter, because in the third quarter, couldn't nobody score.
Nobody. You're right. Nobody.
You said we need a what?
I said we need a backup point guard.
One of Jay's points was that Dyson the backup point guard.
He's not a bet. Well, here's the thing about it. I just
mean like an actual established one, like a veteran.
Better as a shooting guard than a backup point guard, because like Marion said, he doesn't handle pressure very well. He doesn't. When it's on ball pressure, I've seen it. He does not handle pressure very well, and he's not that good with the shot. Now I still want him starting because he gives great defense. And hey, he shot 2 clutch threes when we needed him to in that fourth quarter. However, we saw what happened afterwards when the game was tied and we had a chance to take the lead again. He dribbled it off in pressure and gave the ball over and turned the ball over. So I love Dyson, but I don't want him as the backup point guard because he's not good at it.
I'm gonna be completely honest.
And that's another Coach Quinn thing. That's about the dumbest thing I was saying. Let me tell you something, guys. That's another Coach Quinn thing. That's the dumbest thing I was saying. You have a 2 guard start at 2. And then you use them as a bag up point guard. What stupid rotation is that? What kind of dumb stuff is that? Go. You know what? I believe Keaton Wallace could be a better bag up point guard because you cannot start a 2 guard and then have him play a bag up point guard.
No,
that is not smart coaching.
You guys are.
I'll get my card.
I don't know, but maybe I'm watching different games. Dyson Daniels is actually better on the ball than he is off the ball. And he is a very good backup point guard. He's a very good secondary guard. Again, like I said, if something were to happen to Trey, not saying it would, I would be okay with Dyson Daniels as my lead guard. Y'all say that Dyson doesn't handle ball pressure very well, but you know who handles ball pressure worse than Dyson Daniels? Your starting point guard. I mean, that's why he's always turning the freaking ball.
Oh my God!
I'm not trying to throw shade at. I'm not trying to throw shade at Trey.
He said, "Hold up, wait a minute."
Y'all see my young Hooper right here. You want to say what's up? Say what's up, son. They can't see you, son.
What's up?
What's up, little bro?
That's my young Hooper.
What's up?
Don't do international drugs.
Don't talk to strangers.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. The reason why, like Trey turned man, I hate to be like most ball handlers in the NBA struggle with ball pressure. It's just the nature of the beast. Like, it's not as if Dyson Daniels is turning it over 1-on-1. It's typically when they're trying to help and swat at the ball. And Trey, his big limitation is once teams come with the trap, like, he only has a split second to try to throw the pass. Like, a lot of the times, like, especially when we played the Rockets, when they decided to come out of the zone, all they did was blitz Trey with the ball, and he would try to do something. Like, it was one turnover with Jalen Green early in the game where he tried to do some stupid behind the back pass. And then he made it worse when he fouled him in transition. Like, you just gotta let him. He stole it from you. You just gotta let it go. But like, I wouldn't say that Dyson Daniels is this bad player on the ball. I think he's fine. Like, this the dude. This the same guy who can go out there who's had multiple games with 10 assists or more. He's the same guy. Like, yo, he's not like he's fine. He's a pretty good player.
Jay, how many times has Dyson been blitzed when he had the ball?
When he is the ball handler, I mean, it's a little different. That's not the game plan. Yeah, that's not the game plan to do.
Exactly, but
they're not trying to show two to the ball to Dyson.
If he was a sole ball handler, if there was nobody else to refer to, they would start blitzing him because they can take the ball from him with one player. That's the problem.
I haven't seen that. I don't. Again, maybe we're watching two different games, but I haven't seen that. I see the turnovers that he has.
I seen it the whole year.
The two turnovers he has are more like transition turnovers, or when he gets to the paint, he's trying to be too fast.
Jay, I was at live games. I was at live games and I seen it straight up, point on the floor.
You seen them consistently, a defender consistently come in there and take the ball out of Dyson Daniels.
Yup,
Yeah, Jay, we've seen it.
That's cap.
No, y'all have not seen that consistently. Like, y'all have not seen that consistently. Now, the one or two times that you see it in 5 or 6 games, yeah, it fits your narrative to say it. But like, if he was getting dispossessed and he wasn't handling ball pressure like that, like you guys say, Coach would be playing a backup point guard. He would be playing He would go back to giving Key Wallace the minutes. He would go back to giving V. Krejci the minutes, but he doesn't. That's the reason why Dyson has the ball out. And I see more times than not when he's one-on-one with somebody and they're playing up on him, he gets physical, he turns, he hits the spin move, or he, like, Dyson, if his handle was shaky, he wouldn't get to the paint as much as he does. But obviously, he's always in the paint.
He's not dribbling, Jay. He cut into the rim.
Listen, I just want to say this real quick. My ideal scenario is for the Hawks to go and get Chris Paul. You can get him on a minimum.
I'm just thinking that.
Minimum. He's on the last. Hey, you just need a good veteran point guard to back up Trey. It would be a great. No, the reason
you need somebody to talk to Trey and say he's being stupid. That's what you need to tell him. Somebody just like him. Tell him he's playing like an idiot.
Exactly. And AC, my point. Chris Paul would get in Trey's ear when he's doing stupid stuff like
what you doing, nigga? Why you pulling up half-court threes?
That's the coach's job. That's the coach's job. Why the coach ain't doing?
Wait. How will we get Kobe? How we got Kobe Bucky? We don't need a backup point guard. We already got one.
Kobe ain't no backup point guard. Stop.
Backup point guard when he was healthy.
Don't start the Kobe.
In the show, man, we about to hit the 2-hour mark.
He done had more injuries than Kobe Bryant.
Everybody in the chat, man. Thanks for coming through. Great debate, Jake and Matt. I guess Jake gonna be smoking on that Matt Pat tonight, of course.
I won that pretty handily.
Let's give a round of applause to Jay. Round of applause for Jay.
Hey man, I keep telling y'all, you don't apply to fish for swimming.
Hawks fans like Jay, they like me and mediocrity. So you know. All
right, family. Hey, when our next game? We play tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. We winning that.
Oh well,
winning that game.
We'll be here. We'll be.
If no one can stop Cat, we not winning. That's all I'm saying. If no one can stop Cat, we not winning.
Win or lose.
Hey, Jalen Brunson winning. Is Jalen Brunson playing that game?
He might. If he doesn't play, he's out.
He's out. Jalen Brunson is out. He's out.
Oh well, Dyson might have a good game then.
Hey, salute to everybody, man. Thanks for tapping in. I appreciate the support. We gonna be right back here tomorrow or after the game, post-game live show. Come tap in with us. Come hang out with us. Hopefully, we talking about a win. I wouldn't put no money on it if I was y'all, because y'all know I'm a betting guy. Follow Mike, Matt. They doing the prize pick stuff. I don't know if they winning or not, but every time I see Matt stuff, it don't look like he winning. So, but still follow Matt because he doing good.
Hey,
I be winning. I don't know about Matt. I be winning.
Hey, so on that note, I'm gonna catch up with y'all. Y'all be safe tonight if you're going out, and we up out of here, man. Thanks for tapping in, man. Peace.
Bless y'all.
Yeah. Red engine like a hawk. Trey J Lynn on the
I keep that shit on me. That shit on.